Hello. So today I want to give you 5 reasons as to why you should be captioning your videos, whether they be on YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook, any platform that allows you to be able to upload your own video content. The last really educational video that I made on captions that was like a step-by-step guide was made in 2016, so I thought, why not make a brand new, more recent video on that? I would like to tell you all that this video is sponsored, and it is sponsored by Rev, a captioning company that I have used many times and still do today. So thank you very much, Rev, for sponsoring this video. And I'll give you a little more detail as to what Rev is exactly and what they do and all that good stuff. But first, let's get into the reasons why you should be captioning videos. 1, you're obviously making your videos much more accessible to a huge range of people. You're making them accessible to deaf and hard of hearing people, people with auditory processing disorder, people who are learning English as a second language or really any number of language, and also people with ADHD. I've had a lot of people tell me that they're very happy that I caption my videos because they have ADHD and it helps them focus, so that's something new that I learned. It's very likely that you have an audience that has some hearing loss, deaf people, hard of hearing people, so on and so forth. So it's really good to be able to include them so they can understand what you're saying, and then they'll be able to get involved. They can comment on it and, like the video and stuff like that, 2, your videos can be translated, which means that your videos will become even more accessible to a wider group of people, and you get people from all around the world to watch. So, for example, once my video gets uploaded and the English captions are on there, I've gotten people from Germany, Mexico, Turkey, I've had people from China, Japan, South Korea, so many countries from all over the world send me translations, and all that does is make my videos go out to even more people who can enjoy them. Bringing in more people is always something that we like to do as YouTubers and content creators in general, and this is a really good way of doing that. 3, it's a pretty smart business move. You're gonna do better in SEO and the YouTube algorithm. Obviously, the YouTube algorithm and apocalypse it's been a pretty frustrating year and some time because of that, and the algorithm is always changing. But the thing is, when you have more information in your videos, when the computer can see that there's more information that they can use, you have a higher chance of being recommended in the YouTube algorithm. Not only that, but it actually helps to create watch time because people can be more focused in the video. I recently saw a study that said, when captions on there, people can focus, the view time, it goes higher, and we love that view time, we love that watch time, it helps us so much. So if I can find that, I'm going to link that down below. 4, captions are great for literacy. I've known a lot of people whose kids had trouble with English and reading and whatnot, and when they saw that the captions were on the TV and the videos they watched, movies, etc., they were able to really get a grasp on the English language, and their reading skills were really good. It's also really helpful to, again, as I mentioned in the first reason, anyone who's learning English as a second language, third language, fourth language, or maybe you speak Spanish and now you're going to caption your videos in Spanish. Kids who are trying to learn Spanish because that's supposed to be their native language, they'll be able to focus on that and really get a grasp on that language. Make your reading skill really high. That's a good thing. And 5, with captions, your videos can be watched pretty much everywhere. So, for example, if you're going to work, like say you're commuting, you're on a train, you're on a subway, and it might be a little bit noisy, or you forgot your headphones, which I know is absolutely terrible. And you're like, well, I really want to watch this video now, but how am I going to understand what's going on? When videos have captions, you're able to do that. This has been really working for Facebook. Facebook, a lot of the times when people are watching videos and they're just scrolling down their feed, they're doing it in a place where there's just too much commotion going on the outside. And so when there's captions there, they'll be able to watch that. Now, Facebook is more on the trend of the burn-in captions, but regardless, you got closed captions, you got open captions, it's going to help out tremendously. And again, we're all about bringing in that audience, and improving that watch time. This is going to help. And 1/6 bonus tip, because this is something that I like a lot, but if you order captions, like say from Rev, you can write it off on your taxes. Obviously, we get paid on YouTube, we pay taxes to the IRS, and when you order captions to put on your videos, that's a business expense. Save your receipts, send it off to your tax agent, you're gonna get your taxes a little bit cheaper. I saved $1,000 this year just because I kept those receipts. So those are the 5 or 6 reasons as to why you should be captioning your videos and why it's beneficial. And now that I've mentioned Rev, let's get a little bit more into them because like I said, they are sponsoring this video. Thank you again. So Rev is a captioning company that I've used many times and I always recommend them to pretty much anybody for various reasons. First and foremost, the captions that are being made at Rev are done by people, freelancers, not computers. So that means that they are going to give you a 99% accuracy, whereas with YouTube captions, they're not so great. And I don't just mean like words being wrong every once in a while or sometimes a lot. The grammar on the YouTube automatic captions is, there really is none. It's like a big run-on sentence, which is, it makes it more difficult to read. But freelancers do live in the United States and Canada, at least 90% of them do, whereas the remaining 10% live in other English-speaking countries like England, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere else that you can think of. So if, say, you're an American or, you know, anybody speaking English, you're speaking English in the video and you want captions, you're going to get somebody who has a pretty good grasp on the English language. Now, of course, one of the main reasons why I always recommend Rev is because financially they are the most accessible out there on the market. They charge you only $8 a minute. So if your video is up to 10 minutes long, 9 minutes and 59 seconds, you're only going to be paying $10 for that video. Another plus is the fact that when I know that I'm not going to be able to film until the last minute, like say the day before a video is supposed to be going up, which happens quite often, I can go to Rev to make sure that my file is going to be done on time because they have a less than 24-hour turnaround on files that will be up to 60 minutes long, which is an hour. So pretty much every single time that I've been like, oh no, I didn't get this done. Okay, now it's edited, but I need to get this up tomorrow afternoon. I order, I send it in, and by the morning, I'm pretty much getting that file. And a few days ago, somebody actually brought up to me, you know, they were talking to me about Rev. They were like, oh wait, wow, Rev only charges $1. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, wait a second. If I order, how exactly does getting the captions on my videos work? Because I don't really know how that works, you know, on my own, and I don't really know how they're going to do that. Well, you have some options when you're going to the checkout, right? So when you look, you'll see an option that says, we would like you to put the captions on my YouTube video, like, right now. So that way, when you're in your video manager, the captions are already there. So you're not really doing that much work. However, when you get an email after your file is done, the file is going to be in there as an attachment. So if you want, you can also just download that file and put it in there. So yeah, listen, I use Rev a lot. I can vouch for them in many, many ways. When you look in my description box, I always say who captions my videos. And a lot of the time, it's Rev. So you know I'm using them, and you know I'm always recommending them. So give them a shot. And what's also really awesome, this is really, really awesome, okay? I actually have a $10 coupon to give you. So if you are a brand new customer, click on that link down below in the description box as well as the pinned comment. If you are a new user and you got a video that's up to 10 minutes, really it can be more than 10 minutes, but you will be having your first 10 minutes for free. So check that out. Anyway, I hope that this video has been a little helpful for you. If you come across any YouTuber who you would like to see caption their videos, feel free to send this over to them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!